good morning. It's Monday. We're starting a new week of playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We left off standing on this nice mountainside and with the mission downstairs and the lighthouse upstairs as far as I remember. So I guess we'll look into that mission. I hope you've been doing well so far. I've had a relaxing, if a little short weekend, so it worked out well. But who knows? I hope you didn't have to work over the weekend or anything like that. I just love this. I'm sorry if I'm rambling on here a little bit, but I just love this animations, these idle animations that we get here, and the slow rotation that they added here if you're not doing anything. It's really cool. So I'm watching that a little bit and enjoying it. It's interesting. Like, the Raven has a much less prominent role in Valhalla than it had in Odyssey. Like, in Odyssey, the Raven was basically a character in the story. Like, at the start of the story, you were told, hey, she has the Raven, the eagle in that case, of course, and you know, everyone called her Eagle Bearer, and things like that. And you know, you were kind of given the name by the story and things like that. And in Valhalla here, it's different. It's basically just that you find out that the Raven is named Sinin when you first trigger the Raven as instructed, you know. When you push the V button and, you know, get the eagle's eye view. Or Raven's eye view in this case, I guess. So, it's fascinating that, that might be a light rendering error on the Raven there. But anyway, it's fascinating that, like, how differently they treat them. Whereas here, like, despite being, you know, not really part of the story, I think there was one spot where she mentioned, oh yeah, I have a Raven, kind of to be more friendly with someone in one quest or side quest. I vaguely remember. But that was kind of how we got someone's trust. But that was about it. But the animations for the Raven are much more filled with character instead. Like, it's mostly the same animation where he kind of pecks at her and she goes like, ugh. But it's still interesting. I'm fascinated by that. Whereas with Ikaros, I always want to say Senyu, but that's the eagle in Origins. That one. Well, yeah. So with Ikaros, it's much more Cassandra talking to the bird, whereas with Sunin, it's more small interactions. All right, I think I've had my fun. And now I guess we need to find out who these people are. They look attackable. Wait, can we... Does the raven tell us anything? Well, we don't know anything. So I guess I'll go down and see what happens. Although my guess is I will be fighting them. But we don't really recognize anyone. Did you hear that sound? Alright. I think we know what happened to the fisherman. Yep, there's someone dead down there, and I think it's not the one... Yeah, that's the one we threw down. So that guy down there is probably the fisherman that went missing because he went fishing. You missed the landing point. No, you really have to pay more attention to where you jump to. Oh well, I guess you were already dead at the time you fell.
Crushed to death. An unlucky way to die. Doubt he felt much.
To my dearest wife, I know your patience has been tested time and time again. I am the one to blame, and the fault is mine alone. For we were young, and I had begged you to marry me. I know in recent time that I have gone astray. The path of vice was the easiest to tread. But I see clearer now, without drink, without smoke. Thank you for all that you have done, for your kindness, warmth, and your tending our stall in Pitcheringa. Happy anniversary, my darling. I hope you like this gift. We pick up... Oh yeah, we got her a ring. You know, we could just keep the ring. Can we take the fish? We have a fisherman that would pay me for this fish. Game. Games just don't give you anything. Alright, I guess that was the story. Sad story. But okay, so I guess we'll go back and inform her that she is now free to marry whomever she wants. Pretty. Reminds me a bit of the vanishing of Ethan Carter. From like the rugged... Could have assassinated you, I guess. This works as well. Free revenge note. I don't like these, oh there's water on your camera effects. For one thing, because, you know, it reminds me that this is just a camera floating behind the character. And for the other, because, it reminds me of, you know, when water gets on my glasses or something and I want to wipe it away, and of course I can't. So this is actually something that doesn't make the game more realistic to me. I mean, in general, doing something with my eyesight in a game is something I don't like that much. Just, that's more a personal thing, you know, like... So, it would be nice if they didn't do that, or turned it off. At least, you know, I understand if you do it for, like, as an indicator of something. Like, you know, if your health is really low, and they're saying, you know, like, you're about to die, better heal, or something like that. Then I understand if they go, okay, let's put some blood splashes at the edge of the screen, or something like that. To kind of make sure you notice. But, it's not really that great. Oh. We've almost walked past it. Oh, but wait. There is someone we haven't seen yet and that we actually wanted to visit. I kind of like that the mercenaries in Odyssey, you know, since they were kind of a usually you know, like usually quite a challenge. And, you know, were kind of intended as enforcers for when you did something wrong. They were kind of random and weren't part of your save game. Okay. Who are you? Gallon. Okay, who is Gallon? Level 280. We are 364. Okay, we can take you. That's not what I like. Really, I have a lot of health to waste on my bad. Alright. That level difference made it easy. See what you have to say.
Awake in my vagrancy, shaking and sweating. I hope this stops now.
Farewell. The trolls await.
Alright. Trap shot rune. What does the trap shot rune do? Do I have this one? Stealth headshot kills automatically spawn a trap. Oh yeah, I like that one. Already have that. Trap shot room. Stealth headshot kill automatically spawn a trap. Okay, I have 2 of these now. That should be kills, shouldn't it? Not just 1 kill. Oh, while we're here, let's just spend a few more skill points. Let's see, where are we? Great sword, flail, the big shield. Alright, I think those are all behind the bear skill, or they are special weapons. So I guess we'll go down that branch here. Stealth, stun, melee, heavy resistance, that's always good. Critical damage is also an improvement. And more melee. Ooh, we're making really like a quick rush through here. Like one choosing bear, which we don't really use bear gear right now. Now we can get more stealth and more fire resistance training. And I think then we basically... here's one critical damage that we might also want to get. But then I think it's all just spend skill points for completeness sake. There's a few more down here. What is this? One wolf and one range resistance. Okay, that actually... we should get at least the range resistance. And then it's just wolves and bears all the way down. And it's not like in... or at least not yet. Maybe that's when you unlock all the skills, I don't know. In Odyssey you had this nice thing of, I think it was called Mastery. I don't know if they added that in the update that added New Game Plus, or if it was there before then. But you had you had like a way to take additional skill points and there was a fish in front of us, but I guess we can't just... I guess it wasn't a real fish, just a decorative fish. Anyway, where were we? And so you could just get like extra 1% boosts of what was it? Of like random skills, so like more bow damage and things like that. Vipers are kind of the only animals, since they immediately attack you, they're the only animals in this game where I don't feel bad. For taking them down and getting their leather. For all other animals, it's like, oh, I need leather right now or something, so I guess I'll kill them. If exactly... Oh no, they actually have two children walking animations. That one on the left uses, and that one, the two that came across. 3, 2 with like swinging the arms. Alright. Just go while we're here.
Fish. Where's that husband of yours? Off fishing again.
Come, don't be shy.
sure.
made with the finest ingredients.
I'm sad that you can't click those to kind of switch left or right, and those either. They forgot something in the mouse control there. Sell all trinkets.
You be sure to always bring your stuff to me. You sure there isn't something else you wanted?
I'll see you later, friend.
He says, but the only thing he ever catches is more gambling debts. I fear I cannot keep him around.
You're better off without that wastrel.
Are you the wife of the man who fishes below the cliff?
My husband fishes there, yes, and I run the stall. Do you fancy some fine, fresh fish?
I found your husband.
And where is that fool? Drunk in some bed, working off a debt?
Dead, I fear. Some bandits crushed him with a rock, hoping to fleece him.
No! Why? That sweet fool, leaving me penniless.
Here, take this ring. I found it on his body. It is rightfully yours.
His mother's ring. That fool. That damned, soft-loving fool. Thank you, stranger. At least I have this. Nary, they said. Marriage has left me naught but a poor widow, with nary a fish to sell. That love-sick fool. I warned him to stay away from the cliffs.
That was a happy ending, I would say. Nope. Oh well, but at least we've done that one. So I guess there are other quests we could do nearby. I think we finished Yorkshire. So are we supposed to go back to Randwi now? Alright, we pledged for Gloucestershire. Ah, the Gunnar mission. Yes. Alright, and I don't think Yorkshire gave us... No raw materials, right? What are we missing in the order? 3, 4, 5. A hermit who lives deep in the woods, long sorrow, holds himself motionless until small birds wander his way. He then throttles them and eats their flesh with joyous abandon. Audun. After Audun's raiding days ended, he chose to live out his later years as a wealthy, important man in the town of Jorvik. Honored by Halfdan himself, he accepted Athane's ring after the sacking of Jorvik, but when the order tempted him with even more, I guess, wealth and power, who was he to refuse? Oh, and Grantbridgeshire, we haven't been... Tadfrid joined the order almost by accident. A Saxon who fought with the Norse, he led a successful raid in Wessex, during which he spared the life of 3 prisoners. One of those was the Crozier, who soon recruited Tadfrid for his fighting skills and absolute determination. By dint of effort and will, the liar recently rose to the rank of Magister. Okay. So yeah, let's go after Tadfrid, because we have his entire branch. So that's what we want to do. Go to those missions. Mysteries, sorry. Tadfrid, and then we'll continue to Gloucestershire. So he's 6,000 meters away. That's a bit far, that we'll do that with fast travel. Let's call our horse. Not using the H key. I'm tempted to change a few keys around, but I'm not sure if that will, you know, that will probably just make the almost trained key presses. Which one? Okay, so that's... Why is this? Oh, that's that one. So this one is actually the one we want to ride to because it's on our side of the river. La 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 la. I'm sorry, sometimes I get turned around. At least there's a bridge here. So we could use that on our way back. It's pleasant to just take a nice little gallop, relaxing little gallop through the scenery. I almost would have said prehistoric England, but I guess it's historic England.
There is the stench of rot in the air. Stop!
Why? Hey. Oh, of course.
Stop!
There's nowhere left to go.
Please, don't hurt me.
Why are you here alone?
I remain with my family. The withering is taking them, but I do not wish to abandon them.
The withering.
A disease that often goes unnoticed until it is too late. The whole village had it. It destroys the mind and heightens aggression in an individual. And ultimately, the poor soul is rendered catatonic.
Leave here, child. Your family will soon go, and this village has nothing for you.
But, Papa, Mama.
They will find peace in death. Live for them. They would want that.
I... Right. I cannot hold on any longer to what is already lost. I will go. Here, a key, if you want to check on the sick yourself. If I'm to leave, I can't face them again.
This town leaves behind a bitter legacy, but such is the way of this world. This illness rots the mind of the afflicted.
Papa is angry very often now, especially at Mama. I wish he would stop throwing things around. They say Papa is ill, but they do not say what it is. We drink a lot of water and we eat to keep healthy. Why is this happening? He blames Mama for cooking bad food. I think he is being mean. Ma is also ill. She's becoming like Papa. They put Papa in another house. Aunt and Mama hate me. They want another me, but better. They do not love me. They want to throw me away. They want to throw me away. Oh, she doesn't look... why do I suspect that they're already dead and she's...
My head. It swims. Fairy. No! A demon.
5 dead of
A
plague
list
last
of
week.
names. Ages. All killed by a plague. The withering. The stench. They've endured much, it seems. It will not save them, but at least it might ease their suffering.
Okay. I guess that was a roleplay opportunity. I'm not sure if this is a contagious disease. Then and I just sent her out into the world. That might have been a stupid choice. Then again, if she's not a carrier, a lot of dead people there. They don't seem to have any leaden pots either. Huh. What's this? I mean, I guess that's obviously asset reuse, but you know, they went, oh yeah, we'll just put that paper on, nobody will see, and then, well, it's also on the back side. But this looks like the same symbol that you get in our village for the areas that you can expand. Yeah, she's still not quite happy. I'm not sure if telling her to stay here would help anyone. I know it's kind of like inhuman to go and say, hey, just, you know, let them die, they'll die anyway. I don't know, it feels more like the kind of pragmatism that Eivor has shown, you know. Although, I mean, she does seem to be a little different when it comes to dead people, so I guess either choice works, but... No, not there. There. Yes, thank you. always lunge forward, but in the wrong direction. Oh, what's this? Oh, you have an ingot somewhere. Well, then I'm sorry, but I think you will all have to die. Although I guess I can just try to sneak past you.
This place is heavily guarded.
Slightly bugged wolf. Although, you know, like, I guess, you know, like, rabid wolves are kind of, they come closer to humans. That's kind of part of why the disease transmits so well. Because the usually scared animals don't get afraid anymore. Okay, that wasn't an open window. Okay, you will probably see me, so whoops. My mouse finger slipped. Be cooler if I've actually went. Can I go above this? No, I can't. Okay. Not destructible either. That's fine. You know, if I actually had the time to grab some. Oh, I think there are explodey things down there. Okay. And I think we might be able to do this in here. Hello, Chibi. How's it going?
Saatana.
Oh, okay. I guess I need to move that. Hi, Chibi, by the way. That was a good jump scare. Alright. Let's move this over. You don't know the symptoms, says Ada. Are they suffering from lead poisoning from the Roman pirates? Maybe that king as well. Yeah, with the king we have a suspicion that he or rather he suspected that the cups he was given were actually made from lead. And he'd been drinking from those. So that's definitely one way. Oops. Of course I catch fire. You are alive! That's an achievement in itself. Yes, it is. 2 nights of a nocturnally active toddler. Oh, God. Yeah, no. That's not fun. Okay. Tungsten ingot. Oh, okay. Worth it. So I hope so Chibi, I hope that the day gets a little more pleasant. The circle under your eyes are about to evolve into sentient beings. Oh no. Ah. Okay, is there any other... Oh. In 31 meters? That can't be far away. Oh, it's somewhere underground. Okay. So how do we get underground? Oh, and of course they see me. Well, I guess we'll just loudly... Wolfstormer. They drop their weapons and we can just throw them at others. That doesn't always take them out, apparently.
No, you're dead! Dead!
Yeah, thank you for the follow, Sventropy. Sorry, didn't see you there. That's a nice name, by the way. Bit of a physics pun is always appreciated. Still there. Alright. Another one. Where the heck are you? Ah, over there. Alright, one more. Come on. Oh, two more, I guess. Last one. I saw you. Oh, here. Okay. Here. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Okay. I think we might have everyone who knows we're there. Oops, wrong button. Okay, and that stuff is underground somewhere. So how do we get there? Oh, so this... Stepped into that fire there for a moment. found our ability. And we need someone's key. Okay. Well, I guess since we've killed pretty much everyone here already, it's not... As if we can't... Friend. Where is the key? Oh, you have a wolf. Sorry. Why would you keep a rabid wolf? That seems kind of ill-advised, really. Any building here. So either way, that was the loudest follower alert, and you missed it. Yeah, it only plays on the streaming PC right now, so I don't actually hear it. I'm sorry. Is it really that loud? I'll have to check. Yeah, I'll have to do something about that eventually to get the follower alerts to somehow get me to hear them. I might have to go and listen to... listen through the streaming PC. Either way, the toddler is peacefully sleeping right next to you and you feel like death. The joys of parenthood. Yeah. Well, at least he's sleeping now. That's a good start. So, not quite sure where I'm supposed to find the key, because I don't see the key on the minimap, or on the, well, not minimap, but like, keep giving me buckets and stuff, but no keys. I wonder if the camp... Where do these people keep coming from? Seriously? I get the bonus music. So I might have just killed everyone in here to get the skill point, but not gotten the skill point because and it got stuck again for a second there. That was also not quite perfect. Interesting game bug. At least I know that doing a melee strike will fix it. This looks suspiciously like we should take this out later. then maybe the lock will disappear. They've done that a couple of times before. Level gating using locks. Still no assassinating in this game. So disappointed. Hey! I mean, if there was still someone left alive... Oh! There's the key! If there was still someone left alive, I'd demonstrate how I assassinate them. Oh. Ah, I guess I need to get there and then drop off. I can do that. I like these little puzzles. Like, how do I get to spot X? Come on, let me collect that. Oh, how? Alright. You know that you can't just go up on that thing, or on this thing for that matter. That's the part I like less. But that you actually have to figure out how to get up here. And now I'll probably find that on one side there was a very obvious ladder. No. Ah. Hello, sir. So many new people to meet. Look out! I'm on your lookout. I mean, well, never mind. Seriously, where do you people come from? It's not like this is a huge base or anything. Were you all patrolling outside? Would love to get back to sleep, but the boyfriend arranged a package pickup between 8 and 10. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. How would you arrange for pickup this early? New ability, Kick of Terror. What is this? A ferocious kick that sends enemy flying backwards. Enemies who strike objects or other enemies will suffer additional damage. Okay, so it's basically the Spartan kick comeback. Okay, that's nice. I think I might actually switch that in. Let's put it on 4 because I don't think we use that ability much. Yeah, feign death, we've tried to use it a few times and it didn't work. Usually you'd be awake, rested and awake even. Wow, still. It's an inhuman time. Okay, wait, so we had some skill down here. Range resistance, oh yeah, get that one for free. Spear, light shield is nothing we use, so we'll prioritize the other skills. Oh yeah, we can have a stealth point to spend here. We have fire resistance here. Alright. I guess we're done. Stretch. What did you redeem a stretch? Yes, you did. 1 minute ago. Sorry. Thank you for that one. Well, so how else are things going for you? I needed that. Yeah, definitely needed that. I was not sitting very right. Okay, so... Right, we wanted to go back there, I guess. Let's call our horse for that. Oh, because we're inside this encampment. We can't get our horse. Our horse is a chicken. Now let's see if we can't get that unexplored area on the map to clear. Is it this point here? No, actually, it's more on the other side. Let's see, is that better? Not yet. Okay, I guess we'll just ride over there and see what that mystery is. And then maybe on the way back we can ride. Oh, hello, more wolves, great. It might be ad quote. I'd actually have to check. Let me see what the bot thinks. Commands. Oh, here, quotes. Settings. Oh, it's set right now. Let's set it to, let's see, a few hours. Okay.
Fair winds today.
Let's see if it works now, or if I have to look up what the... Yeah. Maybe it was code ad after all.
Satana!
And you just didn't have permissions until I just fixed it? Ah, okay, yeah. Okay, so that was it. You should be able to add quotes now. I changed it. It was set to moderators only, and now I've just set it to a minimum hours viewer thing. Protected myself from you. Ah, if I only thought of that, yeah. So,
Again I find traces of the Nephilim. By edict of the local king, I shall prayeth to him, that this light may be known as holy. These luminous placards are the divining rods of him who speaks to me. With effort, I seek the union of all his holy creations. Ita, Juno, Minerva, names that enter my head. Are these the Nephilim he reveals to me? Are these stones their signposts? I pray for your guidance, Lord. Amen.
Ah, so yeah, those were some of those. Well, actually, all of those I think were Isu we've met before. Thought it was a fun quote. Either way, yeah. I added it. Okay, so this is a slightly weird shape. And now we have to find a way. Oh. That one worked surprisingly well.
I feel something. Light and heat.
Yeah, you're standing in a brazier again. No, wait. Yeah, I saw the picture of your giant cookie. I don't know, you know, like I guess it's the only way to make sure you get to eat all the cookies. Because, you know, if you've taken one bite of it, that means nobody else gets to eat it. But I usually find the small cookies more convenient. But, you know, I'm not going to give you prescriptions what to do and what to cook. It looks amazing, though. It's basically like a old shellac record, vinyl record sized cookie. It was amazing. We saw the recipe and thought it would be funny. Oh, so that was an actual, that wasn't just you going... Okay, that's interesting. I didn't think that that was a recipe for a large cookie. I thought it was just, well, I'll try making cookie dough in big, and I was surprised that that turned out so well. You know, given that usually if you just increase something in size, it often ends up being, you know, like not cooking through and things like that, or on the other side, you know, getting too hot at one end while the middle, by the time the middle is fully baked. No, not just you being random. Could have been the case. Yeah, I mean, you know, needs different cooking times then, yes. Yeah. And I wonder if is it still basically regular cookie dough for that, or is it the doctor asks how much junk food you eat. I only eat one cookie per day. True, yeah. That's it's the same with the cup of coffee, right? Oh, I just drink one cup of tea. Cup of tea, cup of tea.
Won't be gentle if they spot me.
Did we raid this already? I guess this is one we raided already. Alright. Yeah, okay, that explains why we've discovered some of that area. But not all of it. So, somewhere south-ish. Somewhere over there is where we should go, just to clear up the map there. What's this? Don't really need to clear up the map, but I guess I'm permitted my dose of OCD for the day. there anything interesting here? So I guess we'll go in that direction. Yeah, that would go towards the shore. 2,800 calories worth of cookie. Broke it into smaller pieces to share with the boys here. Still quite a bit left. Yes, the cookie was larger than that. Yeah, that's cool. It seems like that would be a cool thing, you know, like to get someone as a gift or something. You know, just to... Although I guess, you know, right now, mailing such large cookies would probably not go too well. It would probably break and would be more difficult to transport. So what is this area here? Just random England? Didn't have time to put anything in. I'm slightly disappointed. Well, I guess they're giving me a lot of iron. And who just spotted me? Nobody. Nobody. Would be wondering how it could be sent without breaking. Yeah, I think probably small cookies are better for that because, you know, they kind of buffer each other, and even if the outer ones get a little bump, it won't make a difference. Okay, I guess that's... And I guess... we should go and find the bad guy that we were looking for. Where do bad guys hang out? Hello? Oh, here. Ah, Grand Bridge. Of course, it said so. Never mind. Bubble wrap and solid cardboard, maybe, like a pizza box. Well, the pizza is soft, so it doesn't break as much. But yeah, I guess you would probably need bubble wrap. At the least. And probably cardboard to first stabilize it. So, you know, because the bubble wrap is too flexible, but then to catch the bumps, yeah, that makes sense. Pad it with marshmallows. Hey, that's actually a cool idea. Okay, so I guess we'll just kill someone, assassinate someone in the middle of Grand Bridge. You ready? Let's see if we can do this. Why not running? Eivor, it's time for your cardio. Run! Okay. Assassination or not? Ha!
You won. I can see defeat.
When Scops mention me, they will sing of my conquests.
Cowards do not get sagas.
I am no coward. In a long-lost battle for Wessex, I was the victor. The Scop could speak of that time. Focus on my lost honor.
No. I'll leave your reputation as it is, here in the blood-blackened mud.
Or pad it with marshmallows. Brilliant idea. Tosses some yarn into Ollie's room to test this theory. I see no yarn. All right. So we've got you. So our order screen looks pretty good now. The father gives commands to Folke. The father is Saxon. The father is highly educated. The father holds a position of power. No taken from the instruments. Your independent nature once again rankles me. For all your spirit and inspiration, you are still commanded by me and must not disobey. Instrument, you are my most valued lieutenant, but remember your place. Noting from the keel. The father asked me to remind you that even across the vast sea you must maintain the rigors of our order. But then as a Saxon he does not understand the Vikinger spirit. Noting from the lyre. Has the father ever heard you play lyre? It would do him good. He is too much in his books. A man of thought, but perhaps not a man of the senses. A note taken from the wise. As Reeve, you may have much power and control over your village, but think of the father. He exerts great power over many lives. We must do all we can for him. The vellum. Okay. It's digital wireless yarn. Sorry. I don't like wireless yarn. The wire is half the fun. Okay. So we have to find one more zealot. Investigate the festival near Henge Farm. Oh, Stonehenge in Hamptonshire. I don't think we've done Hamptonshire yet, have we? Nope. Okay, so we can save that for later. Hamptonshire. Suggested power 340. What power are we again? 373. So we could actually go on a little raid today. But really, let's go to Gloucester. Somewhere over here. So I guess it's probably closer if we travel there. Wireless LAN. LAN. Collect cargo to improve your settlement. I think they might have renamed the raw materials. Someone didn't tell the hint writer about that. Anyway, here we are. Now we'll find out about Gunnar's new girlfriend, I guess. Also, can we maybe... leisurely sunning themselves on the stairs? Who are you? Anyone we know?
Let us sweat together, bleed together, triumph together. I will eagerly await your return, Eivor, and the glory to come.
It's always so, I mean, you know, it's totally normal, but, it's, you always remember, oh, what's this? Samhain fly, ready your little ones for Samhain's celebrations, turnip carving, hoodening, bobbing for apples, round of prayer to start the evening at sundown. Alright. What was I saying? Yeah, you know, like you send... Oh, he has nice horns. You could almost say he's horny.
Oh my, how lewd.
Alright, yeah, so, but since you have different friend lists, you know, on different, whatchamacallit, on different services, you go like, oh yeah, I'm friends with that person already on the gaming service, and then you go, oh wait, this is a different gaming service, and I actually don't have, of course they put a snake there. Jeez. And then you go, oh wait, I'm not friends with them on there, and you just got a friend request from them. Tungsten ingots, yes, 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 give me all the tungsten ingots, I need them for my upgrades. Okay. Anyway, and so I just today got a friend request here on Ubi, and so we'll hopefully find a new Joms Viking from them soon. Ah, that's a salesperson. I think those were turnips growing or placed there. Which fits with the turnip carving theme, I guess.
Must be blocked from the other side.
Alright, let's puzzle a little, and then we can hopefully upgrade another. Okay, I can't actually get... Oh, but I can blow up the other barred window. Okay. That's an extra level of of indirectness. I like it. Slowly growing this these puzzles. You would have expected to have to shoot this door lock instead. Hi, don't mind me. I'm just inspecting the windows for damage. Alright, do we have 3 ingots now? Yes. Okay, so I guess we'll go back home for a second. However long that fast travel takes. And then go back here. My chair is making weird sounds when I move on it. Might be time to fasten some of its screws again. I was just thinking, like, is there someone yelling right outside or something? Because it was like almost like a violin. Not sure if that picks up on the microphone. But anyway. Alright. Let's speak to you.
I would like to see what you have in stock.
Alright, let's upgrade the bow first, I think, just because. Use it a lot, and I want those headshot explosions. They kind of fit better on the bow. Okay. Thank you. So all we need to do is our offhand weapon.
That be all?
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
Farewell, Eivor.
I really wonder if they, just changed the sound files and the character model for her compared to Gunnar. And that's why she speaks in the same weird way as he does, because they didn't want to redo the lip sync for, a character that will only be there for basically this mission. Or what, or if it's just, a Norwegian accent or something that just sounds the same to me. Alright. Everything. Oh, we haven't fully upgraded helmet and breeches yet, so let's do that. Alright. We're getting there. Hadn't even realized. It's interesting that we've actually ran out of titanium. We've gotten so many times I went like, why are we getting titanium? Because there was no obvious use for it. And I went like, maybe that's for later, and yeah, it's for higher level upgrades, I guess. Alright, but anyway, we're nicely a higher level with our gear now. So let's go back to Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire? I don't know what they call it. And make an honest effort at finding Gunnar and his lovely lady. Or I guess since it's the Samhain festival, I should probably do something like they did the mash. Monster mash. No, I don't know enough of the melody for that. Spooky, scary skeletons. That's what I should probably have sung. Took me a while to come up with that. The west side of the town. Alright. Gunnar! 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 Where are you? Spooky, scary skeleton.
Be my eyes soon.
All the way over there. Oh, come on. That's better. Spooky, scary skeletons. That fog is a little bit unusual. Just like going straight out. You know, fog is heavier than air, I think, so should be going down the hill. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. That song stuck in my head. Great. So, what do you think? What kind of person will Gunnar have picked out? I mean, I think he likened her to, like, I will find my... What was it? Like, his Valkyrie or something? So, either it's again according to his type then, or something like that? Or it'll be like, I didn't expect you to hang around with someone like that. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Supplies and silver, better than nothing. Let's see. Wait, no, that was the wrong one. That was the button.
Stretch your wings,
push.
Sunan.
Is there smithy somewhere? Guess not. So let's go back towards the center of that area.
Eivor, over here.
There you are, Gunnar. And with a smile I haven't seen in some time.
Doesn't look very smiley.
Thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you'd been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here. Bridget. My own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar. Good to meet you as well.
What did she just say? Just reading chat, numbing on breakfast, all alone in peace and quiet.
How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
She came through the settlement selling runes, outshone every stone in her satchel. She offered me a trade, a rune for a brooch I was making. I got a better deal. But she loves the ugly little thing.
Have you a family, Bridget?
Naf mom and dad carried even gilly than Anun. Cannon helped druise me.
Oh, okay.
Bridget Man Power, the last high priestess and elderman. They since passed on. But the current elderman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this elderman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim jolch. You two bags of air sich o gwmpas gilydd. A teifr gal clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then, huh?
Okay, I guess
So
she's...
the elderman may have heard a tale or two about my exploits.
Not all from me. Your name will be on the lips of every skull for years to come.
And the merchants here are not unsettled by lurking Vikinger.
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain. Most are too busy with the festivities to pay us mind.
Samhain? Is that what these carved roots are for? This tradition?
Aye. Faces cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them. Let's bring a few back.
Okay, they're actually already carved, they're not growing here. Okay.
There is the elderman. Gunnar!
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevdur. Hands as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be elderman after Gunnar. Tevdur, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected,
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick and the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
Can we name your Mount Roach? We can't name mounts. She said unintelligible. Yes, I caught that later. Yeah. It's interesting that she speaks a different that they're having her speak a different language. So how do we react? He's not very polite.
Have I wronged you? I'm here only for the wedding. Where I come from, we do not poison the well of friendship so swiftly.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated god-right kings for puppet rulers?
In Europe, there was a tradition to carve lights out of hollow roots beet. I guess they just switched to pumpkins because that's what they had in the Americas. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. That it's just the same custom, and it was just a plant that was maybe more suitable or something like that. I think they might have had some of the other roots, but, you know, like, went, hey, this is cool, this is much bigger than the other ones, easier to carve, and then, you know... there's a lot of recipes that are like where you think like, oh yeah, that's an old recipe, and then you look at the ingredients and go, oh well, but potatoes weren't discovered until you know, the potatoes in there weren't discovered until they discovered America and brought them back, or things like that. And then you go, oh, what did they put in there before? And then it was like turnips or sweet potatoes or something like that, you know, like different, like fruits that kind of you see, yeah, could work in there as well, but it tasted differently.
So-called puppet kings keep your land safe and your bellies full. I ask no thanks, only hospitality.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevder? Cider?
Ah, you must be Eivor. Tevder, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We welcome all pagans set upon God's own Gloucester.
Tevder, as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry. So you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tevder?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
Well, shall we then?
Okay, so he's retiring, I guess? And that's why Tevder is already lined up to be after him. Interesting.
Samhain. Kunon humors these pagans too much. It is the first thing gone when I am Eldon. Fires and magic. Spirits in the air. Gloucestershire has strayed from God's light.
People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. The festival brings warmth and cheer.
God's light does not dim as the nights chill, but the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around.
It lightens the heart. Are there priests in your lands? I've met a few, liked even fewer.
The profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenhelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply closer to the Lord's ear. Low in a mead of kine under a thorn, lieth poor Kenhelm, kingborn. Is this land not beautiful, Eivor?
Aye.
Look, the path is untouched by danger, so your company is not needed.
You're a kinder man than the mask you wear. You won't be rid of me. I'll keep my word to Kunon for your safe return. I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch, or turn my back?
Oh Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I'll not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Teftir.
And yet you insist on doing so.
Oh my, how rude.
What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Teftir, get to safety. Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from?
was close.
Maybe a sign from your god? Have you thought about that? Oh, I've actually been setting traps now. That skill I unlocked did that. Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire. Yeah, it's Gloucester, fam. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. It has all these letters in it, because it used to be a much longer name, and they all used to be pronounced, and pronunciation changed, and nobody updated the spelling, which is basically what happened to English everywhere. What did he do on his knees? Yeah. I'm not asking. It's between him and his god.
Eivor, thank you for saving my life.
It is good I was here to protect you. Maybe Gunnar has the eyes of prophecy.
Splood, cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Gloucester, unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Gunnar...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks. Oh, and Eivor, I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one. Find me at the festivities.
All right. Am I scared that he will? It doesn't feel right to leave him here. But I like how practical Eivor is. Don't think the stream is 18 plus, so you will refrain from sharing your thoughts. I think I've marked it as 18 plus. Because, you know, I do like to swear occasionally. Okay. Guess he's walking back now. Yeah, but I mean, there are some obvious jokes that invite themselves here. I know. Okay, so I guess we're going back to Gunnar then. He's almost in the town, so it's not that far. Side of the river. But we have a bridge, so it's fine. Oh. I guess that used to be a statue. Oh, okay.
Fair enough. Mind you, the old alderman was a great believer in the wax of bees, and he was no fool. Wax supplied while reciting masses guaranteed recovery.
He was lit up much more than the others. That was unusual.
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, What adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Teftir to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our path was not peaceful, accosted by a singular of boar.
Odd, but path na usually safe. To the Brevo.
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight. Two of you as a pair.
He's fine. I doubt him. I need a drink. Maybe both.
How did Teftir become Cunan's successor? He speaks with his god's fire, but I do not quite believe it.
I watched the Egloi's father's Harden call on Teftir. He believes Mavanaid quite do.
Tragic that is. But I think the lad can still be molded, Eivor. You might be just the one to do that.
I need a drink.
Try the cider. It's from last year's apple harvest. Skull.
Skull. So, you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
Niguiscal Anvala Sprudjan and Creatures of the Vale. The bag for treats.
Gloucestershire gives their glut to otherworldly visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, braying for sweets and drink.
Oh, so we're going.
It's hardly a disguise. Just a cloak and some bones.
Nonsense. You are the very spirit of the Mary Louved. Now, that's Hooden. Become the Mary Louved, the spirit who sings for cake and ale. And you cannot have your cloak back until we leave.
I'll keep this covering. But even a knife to my throat could not make me sing on command.
Shame. I heard your voice clear as a bell. Larks fall from the sky in envy.
Gunnar, if no one else is dressed this way, I'll fill your shop with sheep.
It's a Mary Lud. Yeah, not quite. But that explains what language she's probably speaking. Welsh. Because I remember they have this custom in Wales where they run around with a horse skull on a stick and like a tarp or something over them, you know, kind of like, and that's like a dead horse that kind of goes sort of trick-or-treating, I guess. Knock on doors as the Mary Loot. Okay, and it says trick or treat. So I guess
that house for sure.
Trick or treat!
What business have you? Oh, the Mary Louid. Right. We're doing cakes instead of beer this year. Samhain night and the moon is high. Mary Louid haunts my door.
I guess.
The air is chilling and ghosts are spilling all across the misty moor.
Oh, ghosts and beasties. Here, spirit, take your reward.
Are you playing the role of trickster spirit?
Can trickster spirits see? The eye holes in this mask are terrible.
All it takes is a mask and some sweet cakes to turn you into a gentle skald.
I am not going to sing, Gunnar.
Okay, where else can we go? That is the door. voice. That's a nice change up again. Heave candy now. Should be two
Are you
would
ready
pick
to
one.
rhyme with me?
Down the road from my abode, there is an open vale.
Oh, this is basically flighting version 2.0.
I've been here knocking and a-walking. Now give me cake and ale.
Brilliant, that is!
We got moldy cheese.
Getting into their cups, scaring the wee ones. Eivor, mighty warrior, knocker of doors, victor of cakes. How does it feel to pillage what is freely given?
A worthy haul, and a tradition worth keeping up.
Tester or something? I'm waiting for the...
Oh, thank the gods. We've been waiting for children all night to empty our stores so we can go to the party. Have some extra.
Look at these cakes. Sweet as honey, Gunnar. You should see this. Gunnar? My cakes.
Oh, he has... he has the bag
Show
with the
me.
cakes? Oh.
Gunnar! Oh, damn deserter.
Cakes. What are they doing here?
You are either fearless or stupid, boy, to speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar, we are guests here. Let him go. We can hood him more. You seem to want your nose broken, so let me oblige.
Christ, him tall.
It's you lot that we should be burning alive.
Oh.
Are you sure you don't want to stay in Gloucestershire?
They know how to have fun.
Whoa. Throws us over. Okay.
Four spears! My leg!
Gunnar!
Whoa. I guess. Oh, okay. Okay, he's running away. That's good. It's cheese, not cakes. Yeah, we got moldy cheese.
Enough! Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children about.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher, I brought you into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from your face. Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg then.
It's nothing.
Careful with the old man. He's had many winters' worth of wounds.
Till Lucas. Modron's a gumpas to patch this land.
These options. Yeah, it's kind of nice. The it's almost like the flighting. I like that they took that again. Like that's what this game is really good at. Like different from all the other Assassin's Creed games that I've seen, and different from the ones I've played so far. They're really good at focusing more on making it different. Like in Odyssey was a great game. I loved it, but there was a lot of the same: take out this fort, take out this fort, and take out this fort. And it was, it was just mechanics and numbers that were slightly different, and like the scenery is arranged slightly differently of the fort, but in general it was always the same thing. And you just had this huge map of Greece where you had to take over one fort after the other, and it and that gets slightly boring. And here they went, okay, let's make a slightly smaller map, and they really make it count in this game. And I really like that they're still trying to reinvent these successful games, and that they went and said, okay, here we'll not have all these forts that you take over, but instead what they did was go and like have the flighting, and then have the flighting where you actually have to compliment someone, and then have this where it's like you have to, like, it's where during the walking you actually do the rhyming. And I think that's actually part of the Mari Lwyd. That's so mean, translating Welsh as unintelligible. True, yeah. Well, sorry, I should read better. Just the doors down. Oh. Yeah, but so I like that they went and said, okay, yeah, here, pick a rhyme, but it's only 2 options this time, because you have to do it for the story, I guess. But it's still fun, and it's different. And each of them feels like an occurrence, and you've kind of trained for this. You know the general principle, but that's it. Mari as in mare, horse, because she's got a horse face. Yeah, I guess that's it, yeah. Gunnar is ready with his smartphone to put it all on social media. Yeah.
Your aid is welcome.
Men drown themselves in ale on Samhain, but I fear for the fragile peace when Tevder becomes eldermen.
With Dina fall, regardless of yourself poor.
That man called you a witch.
I lead those who follow the old ways in Gloucestershire, but I offer my healing services on both sides of the river. Gwenith, my love, go back to the house and bring me the garlic salve.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before your return.
Give me strength. I'm glad you're all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Eivor. Make merry and try to loosen Tevder's shoulders.
Modron, you do not have to save his leg. I'll understand.
But no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a bit of a joke that she's speaking Welsh, and they just say unintelligible. Nobody understands Welsh. She's way too excited. Way too excited. I think she was just playing with the child. Okay, so we speak to Tevder. But okay, so that's... So like on one side of the river there's the Christians, and on the other side there are the heathens. That explains some things. Maybe I should go more undercover. still... Oh yeah, I'm still wearing the disguise. Young sociopath, if I ever seen it. The child was too excited. Oh. So I cannot... No, I guess my appearance is overridden somehow.
With bitter ale and sweet friends, that is a fine way to end a day.
Eivor, there you are.
Tefter.
You're well met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
Yeah, I guess we can do the drinking context.
Some ale,
I'm
then.
not sure I'll be good at it, but...
May as well.
For a shaveling of the Christ Lord, you have a lot of scars, Gwilym.
Not every tonsured man is a wet-eared Abbey, babe. I came to God after I had scarred my soul with sin.
To holy hearts and humid eyes. It is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
Why are we still wearing the costume?
Perkele, siihen koske, saatana vie.
Yeah.
Saatana.
Be kissing a flagstone soon. Don't hurl into the barrel, okay?
I like that she says things now.
I've seen babes in arms drink a hogshead of ale faster.
Whoops. Alright. I think I should focus on the space key and leave the balancing. Oh. Too early. It's overtaking me. No. Yeah, he overtook me there. No, I'm using my right hand and the other buttons for the other one, but
Good effort, Tefter. This merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Of all the aldermen I've met, you are the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker Man as king of the harvest. Like Elderman Simkin before me and all before him.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
wait, what? I guess we'll be diplomatic. Dream hydrate. You spend points. Yeah. The problem is that the microphone is kind of over the list right now. I'll have to see if I can rearrange that a little bit to make it more visible. And oddly, the event log in my bot doesn't show the bot. Let's go then. Cheers. Or would we say what a waste?
A toast, then, to Ealdorman Coonan, joyous and generous. Let each man show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tevder. May he wear the horns head high.
Is that really? Bees, not the bees! The Wickerman.
Weak. What is this? Water. I feel like Thor chugging oceans. No effect to my head or step.
You heard the woman. Give her something stronger.
This'll work faster than any tonic.
Good. Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sore head tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though. Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an arse, do not deny it. And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse is ours, yes.
Soft words from a heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
And how nice is that?
What do we... I don't want to flirt with him, really. So subtle. Eivor in The Hangover. Play that Marvin Gaye. Yeah, really. I'm not sure I want to tell him he's... I mean, he isn't. What do we want to say?
Tevder, with Gunnar and Bridget's marriage, our clans will unite. But we could join by oath as well.
Oh, yes. My first ally as Ealdorman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah, the greatest oath and the greatest union. To the oath!
The treaty! The greatest! People are sleeping. More ale to seal our friendship? This way, this way. Look out for the black sow.
Sow, like pig.
Flaming pig. Chases you home at night. Silly words to scare silly children.
You see magic as the stuff of children's dreams.
Perhaps I judge too much. Truths I half believe. Foolishness sometimes takes my tongue. I have to piss.
A great blackness chases stars across the sky in great whirls of color and light. Whoosh.
Here we are. Right inside here.
Tevder! Tevder!
I knew we would lose him. Hello, game.
After, where are you?
Drinking with the horse's mask. Oh, and his friend is still near. Okay. Oh no, not the attack chickens. But yeah, he's like the really big guy. Okay, we're not losing him. That's interesting. Oh, that doesn't look good.
What happened last night?
We have the blood turned off.
The effects of that draft still cling.
So it might have been that she found blood.
Tefter, are you here? Tefter's bodyguard, killed by knife.
That's not good. I am to be alderman. It came as quite a shock, as I have made my interest in furthering my path in the duty of Christ. The father said that though my heart lies with the cloth here in Winchcombe, the Lord has need of me elsewhere. Heresy, devil worship, and hedonism plagues Gloucester proper like locusts. I am to be their new shepherd, freeing them from the devil's bondage and leading the good people back to his side. I just hope they will be my willing lambs. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That sounds like he's been influenced.
This pot has been broken, and it's covered in blood. A weapon, maybe.
So I suspect...
Blood. Could be Tefter's, if he was the heavy thing being dragged.
So either they got Tefter...
This god's throat's been cut. Open up! Tefter!
Muddy footprints. Someone was hiding back here.
Okay. They want someone to open up, which we would be a bit stupid to do. This drunk mode is really annoying. So either Tefter kind of is pretending, you know, to have been abducted or something. I'm not sure I want to be found here. Knocking at that door. Ugh. They're framing our heroine. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, there's something more here.
wonder if it still has his little something stronger. But why is it here? Better hold on to it. So, what does this lead to? The murderers hid here, lying in wait while we approached outside. They jumped from the shadows to kill the bodyguards and to disable Teffer. Then they dragged him away. That accounts for everything. Except Gwillem's pouch of herbs. I'm still unbalanced by Gwillem's special something. Maybe Mother Mordran will know the contents.
Okay, so I guess he probably gave us some sleeping thing. Where's the body? Why has the body disappeared? So is there any other way we can get out of here sneakily? Okay, so there is only one door. So whatever happens, whoops, wrong button.
There she is! What is the meaning of this? Blood soaking our soil, and your weapon coated in the same.
Gunnar, please. More has happened here than you can see. Give me a right to parley my innocence.
I should have heeded Tevder's misgivings about heathen party guests, and now he has paid with his life. With Tevder gone, Gloucester will be without an elderman. Eye for an eye. Your Raven clan will lose their chieftain. Get the murderer!
Okay. Can we just run away? Looks like we can. Still following me? I don't know. What are you? Oh. Oh, that isn't really cover, I guess. Okay, anyone following me now? Doesn't look like it. Okay. But I guess we might not be welcome. But at least we didn't kill anyone. I hope that they kind of count that in our favor. Can we maybe take off the mask or something?
There's Mordran up ahead.
Hello again.
Oh, okay, we have.
Mother, it's the friend of the mangled leg man.
Eivor, you remember?
Indeed. It's a surprise to see you. Is everything quite all right?
Do you recognize the contents of this pouch?
A very unusual blend. There is a druid who uses this mix to aid sleep.
A monk called Gwillem poured some of it into my drink last night. The effects were intense.
Search the houses! Can't have gotten far!
Damn Christ, sons, what is it they want now? They make this place unlivable for pagans.
Mother, if the stranger wants more of the herbs, they can talk to the druid Halewyn.
Yes. Halewyn's cabin is on a lake, near where the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers meet. But he is a strange fish. Rarely does he speak to mortals, preferring the company of spirits. Now, I've business at Rollindrich. Find me there later.
Well, like her. She's cool. Okay, so... This cottage is in the eastern part of Gloucestershire. It's on a lake near the crossing of the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers. Great Ouse. There's a lake there. Cherwell. Okay, somewhere. Druid's cottage here. Okay. Is there... I guess we can't really fast travel. Alright. The package has been obtained. Time to wake up the fruit bat. Okay. Good. Always good if the packaging works. Do we still wear... Oh yeah, we're still wearing the Marie Louis. So, I guess that's why we got this. So we can convince the druid that we are one of the spirits he likes. Unless she meant spirits of the drinkable kind.
Let me lend my strength to yours, Eivor.
Nobody we
My
know.
God, I'll be ready when you need me.
It's an interesting story. I mean, it couldn't just be, oh yeah, we'll have a wedding here and everyone will be happy. So it's probably all about us being framed. Still can't fast travel. Jeez. Let me bloody fast travel. Yeah, no, that wasn't a convincing accent of anything at all. Okay, we just don't get fast travel right now. It seems they want us to ride the normal way. Let's see. Oh, hi Mel. Ye gods, Uli. How long is this game? Good February Monday morning to you in chat. Okay, thank you, Mel. How is it going with you? Yeah, this game, it's a big game, but it's not as big as Odyssey, I think. So at least there's that. But yeah, it's still... I think I'm about 75% in now. So there will be a good chunk more.
Hey, watch out, you dung eater!
Watch out, you dung eater. I guess that's why they don't let me fast travel, because they want me to run past all those enemies.
You like a lame mule?
Gloucestershire. Okay, here we are. Let's see if we can convince the druid to talk to us.
Perkele, siihen koske, saatana vie. Saatana.
So little one lifetime rather than Odyssey, kind of, yeah. Guess if you insist on shooting at me, then I'll have to do this. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, so if we put on the hood, we are also wearing the mask. That is nice. Isn't that a beautiful Maori Louis? And yes, exactly, Chibi's question is a good one. How is Mel and how are the BPs? Are you looking forward to the next Max Payne game? A cat, hello. Hello, cat. Hello. Can I pet the cats? Knock, knock. Ooh.
Oh, Spirit, you have finally come. Days ago, a passing cloud foretold your arrival with droplets of sun-scented rain. But what form of being are you beneath this guise of horse and bone? From the realm of the Fae? I know you cannot say. I press no more. Whatever you be, now you are here, the ritual may begin. Oh, but the men of straw must announce you with sparks. Ignite the sky to begin anew, here at the death of the season. Until then, I await you, giving thanks in the glen.
Wait, okay.
Halewin said that the Wickermen must announce me with fire. Perhaps I should set them ablaze.
A Wickerman speaks. Now let them speak in chorus. Yes, another joins the throng.
Is there more? Where are the other Wickermen? The Wickermen, the Wickermen, the Wickermen.
Another.
Oh, here's one more. Okay.
Let there be cacophony. One more. One more.
Where? I'm out of Wickermen, damn it. Ah, here's one more. Okay.
They roar. Do you hear them? A chorus of fire.
That should be the last one. Back to the droid.
Speak to me, O wind.
One more.
I have come to ask you a single question.
Something about your demeanor and your physical manifestation now gives me pause. Are you truly a spirit of light?
I'm a spirit as any other.
Then prove it. You must know the depths of the world's mysteries before I will help you. Tell me the proper use of charms.
Very well. Ask your riddles.
Which charm protects from evil spirits?
Give me a measure of time.
Are you a spirit of darkness? If it be not so, come back and try anew.
What are these things he's asking me? There must be trinkets around his house that will help.
That should be the last one. Back to the druid.
Let's see if there is anything. Maybe he's left notes.
A hangman's noose. A knife. And the vile smells of poison. 3 ways to kill someone.
Threefold death. Lords and the lowly die a threefold death. A hangman's noose stifles the breath. A knife turns quick to mud. Drink from the well, you'll cough up blood.
This dagger is placed upside down.
Upturned blade, release the past. Round about the circle cast. Within the circle at morning dew, death to the old, begin anew. Okay. Something about daggers. And I guess some stuff below the house. What's this?
Their mouths are open. They've been screaming secrets.
Soul skulls, tell me, my friend, of the unbreakable bond. Tell me, O friend, of the journey beyond. Speak to me, for speak you must. Speak to me, though your tongue be dust. Okay, there'll be a lot of stuff. Okay, I guess we have to go down that hatch and see what's under the house.
Two ladles carved from a single branch. The Gru's match.
Double spoon. The rise of moon, the set of sun. 1 is 2 and 2 is 1. Day breaks, they mend the cloth. Evening falls, they share the broth. Love letter. Another year of early blossoms. Have you sent them from your side? Always the soothsayer in life. I can see you keeping the gods as a captive audience on the other side. Boots has had another litter. We'll be as rich in cats as we were in love. Sleep well, my beast. My beast. Interesting. Still not sure I've got the answer he wanted. Nice hat, yeah. It's a horse face. It's from the mission though, I can't take credit. Alright. What else can we find here? Something, oh.
This symbol is one I've seen, carved into shields and headstones.
Celtic knot, gather the strands, magic bestow, to ward off the spirits of evil and woe. Tied so tight, the circle is sealed, enclose us within the strength of the shield. Okay, have we found all the little hints now? Yes, we have. So I hope we'll remember enough to give these answers. Smell your cookie, not a euphemism.
Speak to me, O wind.
Oh my, how lewd.
Have you found yourself? If you are a spirit of light, answer me this. Which charm protects from evil spirits?
Okay, that was the shield. Celtic knot, yes.
The symbol of the Celtic knot, wards off harm.
A secure knot indeed. Only one of light need not fear it. Tell me, O being of air and light, which is the charm you would use to leave the past behind?
The Adame dagger cuts our ties with the past.
The upturned blade. Things can be reversed. You know this charm. Which charm is it that gives speech to the dead?
That's the spoon, right? Oh no, the skull's right because they have the mouths open. Right. Melius is scarred for life now.
The skull's soul's charm summons voices from death's realm.
In such fashion I speak to druids long dead. But of course you, a spirit, would know that. You are a spirit of light. Mabon be praised. Would you like some bread and cream?
No, just the answer to a question. This herb pouch made its way to Gloucestershire in the hands of a strange man. Do you know it?
Aye. A mix to help him sleep. I filled this very pouch. And over a dandelion wine, he spoke fondly of his home, Cúthladrin.
Cúthladrin. Very well. I thank you, Halliwyn. But this spirit has others to visit this harvest moon.
Go with the wind and leaves, good friend of the hills.
So he's Welsh too, like Bridget.
Strange name. Meanwhile, Modron awaits me at the stones nearby.
Right. The stones nearby. Oh, wait. 64 meters and down. No, wait. So let's see. Ah, back there somewhere. In the drink I go. Oh, okay. I guess they made it a little bit of a puzzle. I guess we get on a tree or something to get in there. Either that, or maybe is it deep enough to dive? It doesn't look like we can get in there. Of course, the more interesting question will we be able to get back out of there? I think that should work. Okay. Can we just climb out again? Oh, right, we can climb on this. And then use... I can't. Ah. Maybe here. Yep, that works. Cool. What are you? You had opal in your hand? Okay. I see see that you're wandering around near or in Wales. Yeah, it's Gloucestershire, but we've met one person from Wales so far, who all her subtitles just said unintelligible. So make of that what you will. Now we need to find sleeping cat. Aww. Oh, can we? Yes. A lot of fire around here. Doesn't sound too good. Yes. But, you know, I mean, that's a Welsh custom as well. So I guess that would have been a little puzzle if I hadn't anticipated it. She said, like, oh, he speaks to ghosts. And I guess if we had walked up to him without our cloak on, then he would have just said, no, not speaking to you. Loot or not. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, I don't know if my geography is actually not good enough. I think Wales itself is not actually in here. I think it's just England. But is Wales to the west? Of Gloucestershire? Could that be?
I need your...
Stolen king with our mission. She's near the Rolandrich. Which is apparently like a mini Stonehenge. Okay. Or another.
I can see Modron ahead.
Hello?
Modron, well met.
Guards, someone save me. A murderer's den is here to sever my head from my neck. You could have told me of your plight earlier. We are both friends of Bridget, and I know you would do nothing to jeopardize your friend.
That night was full of drink and merriment. I do not remember much, but I had no quarrel with Teftir.
A sorry tale. Did you learn anything from Halewin?
He gave some herbs to a man from Cuth Ladrin. Name of Gwylim. He was drinking with Teftir and myself.
Cuth Ladrin is the Welsh name for the thieves' warren. It's atop a hill west of here. I can lead you.
I owe you a great deal for all your aid. You did not have to trust me.
Tevdir's fate is to my interest as well. This is a troubling development that I hope to get to the bottom of.
Mercia buffers against Wales as to the kingdoms above and below it. Okay, yeah. Guess then we're close.
Let us make haste then. I must find Gwylim and regain my honor.
Is Gwylim the same name as William?
This forest in all Gloucestershire feels untamed.
Oh, wait.
I feel as if I've ridden my horse through a Dorjan.
Oh, this is another
Welcome,
puzzle.
fair traveler, curious child of his. I am Brendan of Ireland, and through light and voice have these stones spoken to me. Here lies the markings of him, where a second voice, higher than most, spoke to me again. Listen to all I have learned through prayer. Long ago was a great and tragic war. The offspring of gods who lived before the deluge. I pray for these rebel angels who came before.
Yep, Definitely Isu. Let's see, can we... Oh. Did I already do this one? Oh, I think I might have already done this one. Okay. Is it? No, it's not on the map anymore yet, so I guess we've done it already. I didn't remember doing one of these that looked so Stonehenge-ish, but okay.
This forest in old Gloucestershire feels untamed. I feel as if I've ridden my horse through a door to another world.
Aye, there is old magic here. Old magic that would be snuffed out by Tevder and his church.
Tevder did speak of reformation. Do you think that's why he was targeted?
There are many who would claw their way to the top. Tevder's disappearance could be the work of any.
But you are a witch, open to wisdom from the gods. Have you seen anything?
See much smoke. Are there any rival Danes passing through who could have done it?
If it were rival Danes, we would have heard their horns by now. We are not a humble sword.
Blunt tongues and sharp axes.
Come on, move!
Cuthludron, the Thieves' Warren. This is where I leave you.
You'll find somewhere safe.
There's a shrine nearby. If you've need of me, then meet me there. Gods old and new go with you.
Oh, up there. Okay. Wait, did I? Yeah, right, I already unlocked the fast travel point, so I've already been all around here and cleaned it out, I guess. Well, not cleaned it out, but at least got some things. So I guess I might have actually done the Thieves' Warren before. Yep, definitely Wales.
Survey the area, Sunan.
Alright, let's get going then. Yeah, I think I remember this place. Yeah. Is it you? It could be Quillem. So I guess he wasn't reformed after all. My question is, do we find anyone in cages here or something? Well, I guess that's where we could go now. There are actually not that many people in this, so I think we could actually just quickly, loudly finish this one. Try out our new Spartan kick.
They will attack on sight here.
That's fine. There's not that many of them left, apparently.
You die now!
Well, maybe there's more left than I thought.
Make you live!
Oh, that was good. He was standing right close up here.
Leave the swine!
That's Tevler's voice, so he lives.
Okay, so he's imprisoned here somewhere. Cooper needs some breakfast, but instead he felt playing with the dog was a better way to spend his time. More delays. Well, at least he has his priorities right. Wait.
That must be where Gwilym is hiding.
So what does a hurler do? Where Gwilym is hiding? What? Inside the Thieves' Warren. Oh, okay, so... So either... inside here somewhere. Funny to have already looted this place once. As well. That doesn't look healthy. Oh, not from Gwilym. Brought victuals for the lads. Tevder, for all his lily-white arts, is gracious, polite even. Shame about him. Dinner should be ready by sundown. Okay, so I guess... for 20 damage. I guess the downstairs area. Oh, I saw something blue. Assassination! Assassination, living in a happy nation. Okay, somewhere downstairs, and I think there was a downstairs area here somewhere. Where did it go? This is really slightly confusing. Oh wait, that's not a downstairs area. Where is it? I was so sure. Oh. I thought he was going up a ladder, but he was going somewhere around. That's interesting. I wish you the best of luck with work today. Thank you, Chibi. And you too, the best of luck with your day. It doesn't seem to be starting too good, but I'm sure it'll look up. So where the heck do we find Gwillem again? Oh, maybe here? Oh, we already opened that. And I guess we've already looted that. So not really as if, yeah. These are all just exits, right? Maybe this over there? No, that's the entrance. Oh. Who are you? We found a body, it seems. This is just the exit. I guess this is the second time we didn't use that entrance and came in stealthy. Where is he? So somewhere over there. Maybe here. No. Oh yes. That looks like.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit is right.
Eivor, you're alive. Have mercy. We're under orders. Alderman Coonan, he gave us coin to dispose of Tepdir.
Then he should demand it back. Shit sells swords you are. Cannot kill a single man. You made a poor choice in scapegoat, Gwilym.
And we thought that if we kept the lad alive, we could squeeze Coonan for more coin to keep it secret.
Why would Coonan pay to have Teftir killed? He is to be his successor.
We ain't ones for details. The less we know, the better, yeah?
You chose to extort the man, but you have no basis for the crime. You're imbeciles.
Look, we wasn't gonna kill the lad. We've come to like having him around. Tell her we've taken care of you.
Gunnar did this? Why? I've done nothing.
Oh, gods, is he dead? Wake up! Wake up! Tell the Dane I've hand-fed you like a baby sparrow.
Move forward.
Look, Eivor, we're mates, right? Had drinks together. Remember the chickens?
Speak again and I'll take your tongue.
Tafter will need to see a healer. This lord have been smearing dung on his face. But I've been held for ransom by worse men.
Thank you for your aid, then. And try not to get held for ransom a third time after you flee.
Thank you, stranger.
Thank you. It is much appreciated.
When I awoke in this demon lair, I feared the worst.
Save your strength, Tefter. It's a long ride.
Gunnar, he ordered my death. I don't understand. He's been like a father to me.
I will ask him myself.
I was mulish when he spoke of the pagans being just as we. Living in kindness, under the laws of many gods. One face, many faces. It matters not. We are all blessed to be alive in his glory.
This scrape has changed you, Tefter.
Changed me. Changed the dressings.
There's important loot to be had from this lady up there. Back to Modron. Okay. Who said she would be nearby, so that's good. Alright. So this is probably the last thing we'll do. Take him to Modron, sorry.
He's hot to the touch, and his mind fades in and out, but he lives.
Perhaps a sickness of the blood. Shame, shame. He was captured by the men there?
They claim to have been hired by Gunnar.
Gunnar did this?
I know not why, only that he gave them coin to dispose of Teftir. You can see how well they saw to that.
They were alike once, the boy and Gunnar. God-fearing Christians arguing the nature of life with me. But he softened. Men do great evil to cling on to power and save their skin. Perhaps he means to put Tevder to flame in his place.
Does not the right demand the leader?
If he made the lad's body Elderman, then it would still be right to sacrifice.
Then he's not safe until I've dealt with Gunnar. Can you tend to his wounds?
I'm a very good healer. But if the gods want him to join them, I cannot stop their will. Eivor, what will you do with Gunnar?
I mean, killing him doesn't really make sense. Too bad it says I have to go, not I should go. I'll expose him. I think that's what we'll want to do, I think, because we need that, you know, to clear our name, of course. Just killing him might just reinforce the opinion of the people here.
I will reveal his sins. Let his people decide if he deserves an honorable death.
The man tarnished your name and you would let him live?
Shame for shame. Not even his guard will welcome him when I'm done.
You are resolute, then. Then may you ride as Rhiannon.
Thank you, Modron. And please, take care of Teftir. I must get to Gunnar before the festival's end.
right, and this, as they say, is it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for lurking. And I hope you've enjoyed this story so far. I like it. It's a lot of new stuff, you know. It's different from the other. It feels more like these people have their own lives going on, and we're coming by and are kind of trying to get them to also, you know, agree with us. And less like, well, we needed to delay the story a bit. So we make you do these side quests for them under the guise of, okay, convince them, but the side quests really are just, you know, oh, no, I won't do this until you've brought me the best wine in the country, or whatever. You know, it's not as arbitrary, which I like. And also I like how they mix it up in this game. So, really looking forward to picking this up again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central European Time or 10 p.m. PST. Or that would be for you probably 3 hours ago from whatever now is in your time zone.
What?
So thank you for being here and have a great day. Bye bye.